Students, this is Lata Narwani from Mount Litra Z School, Jhansi. Children, we were doing lesson Is Matter Around Us Pure, and we had studied about pure substances and mixtures. Today we will be doing the topic How can we separate the components of a mixture? So, separation of components of a mixture is necessary to get pure and useful components. Heterogeneous mixtures can be separated into their components by hand picking, sieving, sedimentation, decantation, filtration, etc. But how can the homogeneous mixtures be separated? There are certain methods of separation of these types of mixtures. So first method is evaporation. The colored components of blue or black ink can be separated by the process of evaporation. You know that some pigment or dye is dissolved in water in the ink. So how can we separate that dye or component from the ink? So by evaporation method, the arrangement of the apparatus is shown here, where the drops of ink are taken on a dish and which is heated over a beaker containing water. Why is this beaker containing water used and why it is not heated directly? Because the ink is heated very slowly. So this beaker containing water is heated first, and by the heat of this hot water, the ink gets evaporated. The water vapors come out slowly and slowly, and at last the pigment or the dye of the ink is left in the dish. So in this way we can separate the blue or black component from the ink. Procedure is given here. First point, fill a beaker half with water. Second, place a watch glass on the mouth of beaker. Put few drops of ink on the watch glass. Now start heating the beaker and observe the changes occurring. Observation. We observe that slowly the water evaporates and the blue dye remains on the watch glass. This process is called evaporation. Second method is centrifugation. By this method, we can separate cream from milk. The method of separating solid particles suspended in a liquid is called centrifugation. This process is done by a centrifugal machine. The machine is rotated at a very high speed. The heavier particles settle at the bottom and the lighter particles collect at the top. Applications of centrifugation. First, to separate butter from cream. Second, to perform blood and urine tests in laboratories. Third, to squeeze out water from wet clothes in washing machines. By centrifugation method, when the wet clothes are dried in the dryer is rotated at a high speed, and so the water being heavier goes down through the drainage, goes out from the machine, whereas the dried clothes become lighter and come on the top. Next method is crystallization. Crystallization, it is the process of formation of crystals from a solution by cooling. It is used to obtain a pure sample of a solid from its impure sample. Means any impure sample is taken and a solution is made, a concentrated solution is made, and when it is cooled down, pure crystals come out. So first we'll perform an activity. What is this activity? To obtain pure crystals of copper sulfate from an impure sample. First point is take the sample of copper sulfate in a beaker. Second, add water to it and stir it continuously until it gets dissolved. Means a solution has to be prepared. Third point, now heat the solution in a china dish over sand bath. Fourth, when the solution becomes concentrated, remove the china dish from the flame. Fifth, allow it to cool for few hours. When a concentrated solution is prepared, then it is allowed to cool and kept. Blue colored pure crystals of copper sulfate are formed at the bottom. So copper sulfate, when the solution is cooled, it crystallizes out and pure sample of copper sulfate is formed. Impurities are left in the solution. The crystals are filtered and dried and then used. Next method is sublimation. Sublimation is a process in which a solid directly changes into its gaseous form without passing through the liquid state. This process is used to separate a mixture of two solids out of which one solid shows sublimation. For example, ammonium chloride and sodium chloride can be separated by sublimation because ammonium chloride is a chemical which shows sublimation, whereas sodium chloride does not. Similarly, other substances which show sublimation are camphor, naphthalene, anthracene, benzoic acid, etc. Iodine and sand. The mixture of iodine and sand can also be separated using sublimation method. Now, in this method, the mixture can be taken in a dish which is heated over a tripod stand with the help of Bunsen burner, and over this mixture, over this dish, porcelain dish, an inverted funnel is kept and the whole of the funnel is blocked with the help of cotton. So when the mixture is heated, the vapors of iodine, because iodine shows sublimation, the vapors of iodine, they move in the upward direction and they want to leave the flask, but as the flask is covered with the help of cotton, again they come back, they strike the walls of the funnel and then again they cool down and collect at the sides, at the side walls of the funnel. So iodine particles in this way get separated on the walls of the funnel, whereas the sand, it remains in the dish. Last method is separating funnel. This method is used to separate two immiscible liquids, for example mustard oil and water. Immiscible liquid means two liquids which do not mix with each other. So oil and water, they do not mix with each other, they form a separate layer. Now for this, the diagram is shown here. A separating funnel, this is a separating funnel which is shown here. In this funnel, the mixture of two liquids is taken. For example, oil and water mixture, it is taken in this, and here is a stopper, and below this separating funnel an empty beaker is kept. So what is done? Let us see the method, how it is done. First point, put the mixture of oil and water inside the separating funnel. Keep it undisturbed for some time. Third point, to separate layers, two separate layers are formed after some time. The upper layer contains oil, whereas the lower layer contains water, because oil is lighter than water. So oil comes over the and forms the top layer, whereas the water being heavier comes and settles in the lower layer. Now when the two layers are distinctly formed, then the stopper is opened. This stopper which is here is opened so that the lower layer liquid, it comes down. So water being in the lower layer, when the stopper is opened, it comes and collects in this beaker, and the oil remains in the separating funnel. So this way the two can be separated. The oil remains in the funnel. So children, this is all for today. Thank you.